College kids are really good about complaining about college, but if you asked a majority of college students if they'd rather be in college or high school, they'd pick college. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Today we're going to be talking about high school versus college. There are obviously a lot of differences between these two, and I'm going to be talking about some of them. There's going to be more than just what's on my list, of course, but I'm going to tackle ones that I thought of and I wrote down and that I feel like talking about. So here we go. First and foremost, let's go with the easiest one. I think when most people think about high school versus college, the first thing that pops into their head is freedom. This is pretty much just a theme all around college versus high school because you have more freedom with just your individual life, you have more freedom with your classes, you just have more freedom in general because it's really the first time in your life where you're off and you're on your own and you're doing your own thing. You're making up your own mind, you're making your own choices, you're finding yourself, all that good stuff. In college, you pick your major, you pick your minor, you pick if you want a double major or double minor. You pick what classes you want aside from gen eds that everyone just has to take. If you want to hear a rant about gen eds, watch my Things That Suck About College video. In high school, for the most part, your classes are picked for you. Aside from a few electives, you are just on the path that the state you're in tells you you have to be on. Parents tell you pretty much what to do, or just your guardians, whoever you live with, they're telling you what to do for the most part, probably, unless your parents were not really strict with you, in which case you probably had freedom in high school. Cool on you. But for everyone else, you're getting your real first taste at freedom in your own life once you go to college. That's very different from high school. So there's difference number one for you. Popularity isn't a thing in college. It is in high school, it's not in college. Greek life is like the closest equivalent to popularity that I can even think of in college. In high school, you have probably known everyone you've gone to high school with for years. Your school probably isn't much bigger than a couple hundred or a couple thousand kids, and your class isn't probably bigger than a couple of hundred kids. You're gonna know probably all of them, or at least like 90% of them. And you know where they all stand on the social hierarchy. But in college, you don't know most of the people in your class or at your school because you're with thousands of people, unless you're going to a small college, in which case I have no idea what it's like. I'm sorry, I can't speak to that. But if you're at a place with 10, 20, 30,000 students, that's a lot of people. You're not gonna know most of them. You're not gonna care about most of them, and nobody really cares about most of them, so it's just no popularity. It's just you're friends with who you're friends with, and that doesn't matter. That's the end of it. That's all there is to it. Living circumstances are much different in college than they are in high school. Unless you're staying at home and living with your parents in college, in which case they're probably pretty much the same. But if you're living on campus or moving into your own apartment or something, then they're gonna be different. It's gonna probably drop when you go to college. You're probably going to be moving from a nice house or a decent house or just a nice apartment or something to a college level apartment or a college house or a dorm. Dorms. And that's a drop in quality right there. But it's not that bad. I mean, when you're a college student, I feel like when you're in college it doesn't really matter that much. It's a new experience. It's the best way to put it. You get to see the difference between going from a probably nice house with probably your own bedroom to sharing a very small box with one other person. It is an experience that I don't know why we have to do it, but whoever invented dorms said that we do, so. Next big difference is responsibility. This is also a very big one that sort of ties into everything else that's different about college. You do not have to do anything. Once you leave your house, you don't have parents telling you what to do, probably. I mean, they could be, but like they're not there to enforce it most likely, unless again you live at home. But assuming that you moved away from home and went to college, your parents aren't going to be telling you what you have to do. The state isn't telling you what you have to do. You're on your own. No one's telling you what to do. You tell you what to do, and that's a lot of responsibility. With great freedom comes great responsibility. You have to pull yourself out of bed to go to class in the morning. It's your choice. You're paying for it or your parents are paying for it. You don't have to go to class if you don't want to, which is cool, but also tempting for a lot of people. That's how people start to fail their freshman year, so they do not go to class. You choose what you eat, you choose who you hang out with, you choose if you want to go party on a Thursday night or study for your history test. You choose if you want to take a class that you want to take or if you are going to take a class that you need as a prereq for something. These choices are up to you. You're accountable for cleaning your room without your mom telling you to, or waking up for the 8 a.m. that you really shouldn't have signed up for. So yeah, responsibility is a big difference. Next is partying. In high school there were parties. They're not as frequent as they are in college, and there were not as many bad doers in high school. I don't know if that's the right word to say. There is underage drinking that goes on in high school. There's drug doing that goes on in high school. I'm aware of this. There is a lot more of it in college. Probably every single night of the week you could find a party in college. I mean, I guess it depends on where you go, but like bigger schools or party schools, you're gonna be able to find a party on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. It doesn't matter. Someone is gonna be partying. Just saying, they happen a lot more in college than they do in high school. So while they do happen in high school, I'm just saying they happen with a lot more frequency in college, and there is a lot more drinking and such that goes on because there are people that can obtain the alcohol legally in college, not so much in high school. The last thing that I want to touch on is classes, because I mean, it is college. You are there for classes, right? That's what you're here for. All right, now let's talk about that. I would say the biggest difference is they're more work. That's probably right up with your expectations. You have to buy your own books for them. They're not provided for you. Books are freakishly expensive for no apparent reason. You can have classes with hundreds of people. You can have classes with 20 people. It's just depending. You can have classes with professors that will not learn a single person's name, and they will not ever look at you. They just look at their PowerPoint, and then you leave at the end of the 55 minutes or an hour and a half or 3 hours or however long your class is. Or you could have professors that learn every single person's name, that try to talk to you, that try to really care about you, and they're very interactive and all that good stuff. There's just a very wide variety of different types of professors in college. I feel like teachers in high school vary less than professors vary. In college, you're gonna have this cool thing called a syllabus that you also get in high school but probably don't pay a bit of attention to. You get your syllabus, and that is pretty much laying out exactly how the semester is going to go. So you can walk in on the first day of class, figure out exactly what the semester is going to be like and all the work you're going to have to do, and decide if you want to drop that class or keep it. That's pretty much how college works. In high school, it is not like that. You don't get a choice, and you probably will not get an exact layout of your class and your syllabus that you get from your teacher. Also, like a big thing with classes is they get canceled. In high school, your classes aren't gonna get canceled. Like, you either get a sub or the entire school is canceled. Your one class isn't gonna get canceled. So that's different. Also, you know, classes can be sporadic throughout the day. You might have an 8 a.m. and then like a 3-hour break and then another class and then a 2-hour break and then another class. I don't recommend making your schedule like that, but it can happen. Whereas in high school, if you're in a building for like 7 or 8 hours, one building, I don't know how I did that. That's not fun to think back on. So you're basically locked in a prison for 7.5 hours, 8 hours, however long school is. College, your scenery changes after each class, usually, unless you have a class in the same building. Also in high school, your schedule is controlled by a bell in the intercom. In college, it is completely up to the professor. You can get let out of class early, you can get class canceled, you can not show up to class if you don't want to. Essentially, your life is not dictated by like 4 or 8 blocks or however many you have in a day that you just spend in a building and then switch out classes. It's so much better than that. It's completely up to the professor. If they're done lecturing in 30 minutes for a 55-minute class, then you're done for the day. They can just let you go. In high school, they're not gonna do that. You just sort of, even if the teacher's done for the day and you have nothing to do, you have to sit in class for the rest of the period and just kill time. So that is a little bit different. Also, professors, I feel like in college are a lot more laid back than they are in high school. High school teachers, for some reason, generally think that college is like this really hard, like the professors are just, they don't care about you at all and they are going to kill you once you get to college. It's gonna be horrible and terrifying and professors aren't going to allow such and such behavior. At least that's what I got from my teachers in high school. Nope, that's really not true. College professors are generally not that bad. I have not come across a professor that it equals up to like the hype that you get in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like you envision college professors to be these like really stone cold hard people when your high school teachers talk about them, but like they're not like that at all. Professors are a whole lot closer to treating you like a peer than high school teachers are. They see you as an adult in a lot of cases as opposed to a teenager, because a lot of students are adults in college. They're not teenagers anymore. They'll talk to you like you're an adult. They have grown-up conversations in class. They cuss all the time. I've had so many professors that they just cuss all the time. They don't care. Yeah, so I think college professors are pretty different from high school teachers. Okay, so like I said, there are a lot more things that are different between high school and college. I feel like I've said high school and college 500 times in this video, so sorry. I only touched on some of them. There are more, but I feel like those were pretty big ones, so therefore I talked about them If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to, you can also subscribe to me. I put out new videos every single Friday. If there's a video out there that you want to see, totally just like tell me in the comments and I'll make that for you if you want it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye guys.